Now that you have a vision of where you want to go, great, we're going there, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be great. Your job as a leader is to make sure, do we have all the right resources? If you have a vision of, I want to drive the car to a certain place, but you're missing resources, it's your job to figure out what do we need in order to make sure that happens. So there's a few bullet points I want to just quickly move through and tell you, what does it mean? If you want your team to accomplish more, to be greater, to accomplish, solve issues faster, help make customer service better, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, your job as a leader is to make sure, do they all have the right training? Maybe you're not the one who trains them, but your job is to at least assess as a leader who needs more training. Like it's one thing to just kind of throw them in the pool and say, like, I hope they figure out how to swim. Your job is to make sure that there's somebody training them, whether it's you or some other department or however it works. Do they all have the training that they need? If you're not able to determine who's trained and who's not, you're hoping it's just going to work out. You're going to get stuck. Do they all have the right technology? Right? Does everybody have everything that they need? Do they understand how to use that new software that we just downloaded? Does everybody know? And if you don't know the answer, that's okay. Nobody's faulting you, but your job is to dig deeper and say, does everybody understand how to use it? Because the more opportunistic you are about what you're using, the more likely you're going to do more work. You'll be able to get more people. Your job is also to make sure, if you're putting a team together and you're like, hey, chevra, follow me, we're going there, it's very, very bad to do that. It's very hard to do that if you have people on your team who are not feeling connected to this mission and vision that you created. Your job is to align all those people, which means if you give somebody on your team, let's say you say, I'm going to do it. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. We're going to go there. But we all know, but Yenim, like, we can't go there with this guy because he's so, like, he's just here, like, he's just phoning it in every day. Your job as a leader is to make sure that there's a team that wants to work together. Now, it doesn't mean that you should hire and fire. I'm not trying to get into that. Let's not get into all the little nuances and pratim of it. But your job is to at least have a finger on the pulse of, is this team, are they gelling together? Do they like working with each other? Is this guy and this guy having a hard time? And your job is to figure out, how do I get them to work better? How do I get them to listen to each other? How do I get them to see the same thing? Because if we all share the same vision, we're all going to end up in the same place. Imagine being in a car. Let's use the mushal again of the GPS. If I imagine sitting in a car where we both are great people, hardworking, we want to do it, but your GPS says we should go to that place, and that's a really cool vision. Like, we should go to Hershey Park. And I'm like, no, we want to go to Great Adventures. You have two really good people, but they don't share the same vision. They're going to be choylek and argue on each other all day long about make a left. No, we're making a right, which means if they don't share, if the people on the team don't see and understand that same vision of what you want to accomplish, even though they're both hardworking, you're going to just, instead of working together to get it done, they're going to just end up fighting each other all day, and that's not good. Plus your time and attention. If you have a great vision and you want to lead people to the future, but you are so busy doing all kinds of other stuff that your own team doesn't get a chance to even talk to you, you're going to have a very, very big problem. Part of your job is to give your team your time and attention.